Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. So this is Battlezone Combat Commander. This is a remake of a game from the 90s, a game that I absolutely adored, and a game that fits a very strange genre. This game fits the genre of real-time strategy first-person shooters. I mean, you can see from that video that this is kind of like 1990s period. The real-time strategy first-person shooter popped up in the 1990s, and there were a few different ones. There were Evil, there was Command & Conquer Renegade or Command & Conquer Commando, depending on what you were in. There was Battlezone. There were a few different games of this type. I think the original Battlezone wasn't brilliant. It was okay, it was good, it was a decent representation of the genre, but it wasn't as good as Battlezone 2. Sorry, I'm just turning up the music. Hey Seb, it wasn't as good as the Battlezone 2. This is a remake of Battlezone 2, which was the better one. They made the story better, they made the vehicles brighter, and they just made things a little bit more interesting. This game is really cool. I loved this game as a kid. I played this game way too much when it came out. Real-time strategy first-person shooters. It came out right at the period when real-time strategies and first-person shooters were fighting each other to see who was in charge of the PC gaming world. And yeah, this is what resulted. This is not a drill. Search for the lost ISDF outpost. Stay with Commander Shabiev. Follow her orders. Pluto. Technical information. Polar radius, 1,195 kilometers. Surface gravity, 0.58 meters per second. Which is tiny because it's 9.8 meters per second on the Earth. Black body temperature, 42.7. Solar radiation. Escape velocity. And here we have the vehicles we're going to be piloting in this mission. Hey, Mist. Bye, Mist. Thank you very much for popping in. We have the Thunderbolt, which has 2 guns and 1 missile and 1 special hardpoint. And then we have the service truck, which is a little repair point truck.
Major Manson, this is General Braddock.
General?
Come in. If you can hear this, Major, get your troops in order. The AAN has voted to investigate the attack on the Cerberus base, and an ISDF fleet has been dispatched immediately. Repeat, an ISDF fleet will be arriving on Pluto shortly. Please ensure all sensitive information is secure. We're checking this out like you're a scout base, Manson. So you better look like a scout base when we get there.
Look at its happy little head. Look at its happy little head.
Lieutenant Cook, this is your commander, Yelena Shabayev. I thought I'd introduce myself before we head out with the 2nd Fleet tomorrow. Make sure you and your squad check in with me before you board the carrier. We're going to be on the front lines for this one, re-establishing contact with an outpost on Pluto. I don't know what's out there, Lieutenant, so let's prepare ourselves for every possible option.
Understood, Commander Shabayev. So in the archive we can go back to previous missions.
Lieutenant Cook.
And in the full briefing we can basically read what's been going on. Contact has been lost with Cerberus base on Pluto. Cerberus base is the ISDF's outermost defensive position and had previously been kept so secret that it was built from diverted resources without the knowledge of the AAN, the Alliance of Awakened Nations. Because of the catastrophe, Ambassador Cossier, president of the AAN, has been informed of our secret base. Since it was created without his sanction, Cossier is likely to use this disaster as a pretext to challenge military control of the ISDF. General Braddock needs to know what happened on Pluto as soon as possible, before the ISDF is further undermined by earthbound bureaucrats. 2 goals on Pluto are to rescue any surviving soldiers from Cerberus base and to determine the source of the attack. You've been assigned to Commander Sabiev's squad, and you will conduct reconnaissance. Commander requests that you conduct your search with extreme discretion. Given the dangers and the politically sensitive nature of the situation, you must follow orders extremely closely.
Just 4 years ago, I was standing in my father's field, looking up at the stars. Sometimes I don't know how I got here. I was supposed to be just another nobody in North Platte, fixing up the truck so it'll last until the next loan comes through. But ever since someone told me that people were up in space, guys just like me, I knew I had to go. In training, they told me about the biometal wars in the 60s, back when Russia was Russia and they were the bad guys. Now they say it's all about maintenance, keeping a lid on the peace, dividing up the biometal, moving forward together. Until I got into secret ops. And trust me, there's a lot more to the ISDF than just keeping the peace these days.
So here we have our control. Everything's a little floaty. That's to be expected.
14. Crossing 1,200 feet. Thunder 4, what's that burn wake at 10 o'clock?
So we are currently in our vehicle. We can switch between missiles and missiles and miniguns. Our two weapons. I'm probably actually going to swap. If I go to graphics, what we can do is we can actually go to... Is it in play? It's in play. Okay, so we're going to go to cockpit view. I prefer cockpit view. That should have switched to cockpit view. 1 second. Input, control, movement, interface, camera. Jump pitch down, your left or right, zoom in, zoom out. Zoom reset, no. Let's have a look. Deploy lights, jump, target, weapons, link. Where is my cockpit camera swap? So that I can change how my camera is. I'll have to look that up between. So we have a scout, that's Commander Yabayev, and we have Lieutenant Sims.
Stand by to release magnetic locks and open the doors.
Okay, Lieutenant Cook. Lieutenant Sims, when the doors in front of you open, I want you to vacate the ship and follow me until we're clear.
Aye, aye, Shabayev. Come on, magnetic locks, release, thank you.
Alright, there's a lost outpost out there and we're going to find it. As your commander, you will see I am highlighted on your HUD.
Okay, need to turn down the effects. And user engine volume. There we go, I can slide it. There we go. So let's make sure the voice is easily understood. Can anyone see the camera swap? Multi-select weapon linking, center player, center recycler, create nav beacon.
And on your radar. This will make it easier for you to stay close to me, since the terrain here on Pluto may be treacherous. I want us to stay in tight formation at all times.
There are some scouts going off over there. So we're basically learning we're learning the first-person shooter controls first. We do have a jump key even when we're in the vessel, so we can actually jump quite high as scouts, which is quite useful. So as we go over the lip of something, if we jump, we can get a bit of height going on. Hey, Shabayev.
Hold up here, men. What's up, Commander? The landing a little rough for you?
Just waiting for you slowpokes. And just for that comment, I think my men and I will take the easy way.
Then we'll take the high road, Red One. See you at the base.
So we're taking the high road.
All right, let's get moving.
They're off on the low road. So we're going to follow Commander Shabayev and we're going to find out why this base went dark and stopped communicating with us. And it's going to, of course, as you can predict, because it's a video game, we're going to have a nice little situation of, yeah, this wasn't just a base going dark for no reason. There's something else going on. The blue stuff in the bottom right, that's our ammunition. It does, I think, very, very slowly tick up over time. But for the most part, we are just...
Watch out for the unstable terrain.
Oh,
Lieutenant
rock fell
Sims,
down.
You take the pass to the east.
Yes, sir. Heading out.
Oh, I see something on my radar.
Lieutenant Cook, you're with me.
Yeah, I see something on the radar. Don't think you can fool me.
I'm picking up something strange at my 11 o'clock heading north.
Stay on it, Sims. Cook and I will try to cut it off up ahead.
Hello? You are an unknown thing.
It's doing something.
It's about to start shooting at us.
Open fire!
There we go.
What was that thing?
Not too difficult at all.
No, but we've got a full complement of minigun rounds and fire-and-forget missiles with us. Don't be afraid to use them.
So one of the cool things about this game is the weapons that your vessels come equipped with, you can swap in and out as part of the real-time strategy element of the game.
Proceeding to secure.
Which I find to be great fun. Like, you can...
Sky, do you copy? There's too much radio interference here. Let's keep moving. We'll approach the area from the east. Follow me.
Come on then, Commander Shabayev. Lead the way. So this definitely feels like a 90s game. The controls are still really nice. There's a little kind of... It's weird that you can angle your guns up and down without moving your cockpit, but it's kind of true to the style of vessel we're in. We can angle the guns up and down. But to move the guns left and right, we have to move our vehicle. It makes sense.
The outpost is coming into range. Let's throttle down.
So that's been blown up.
This looks like one of ours.
All right, let's move inside. Stay sharp.
Now, one of the things about this game is you can actually get out of your vehicle and you can fight on foot. If you have a sniper rifle, you can blow people out of their cockpits, which is awesome.
Hold the commentary, Lieutenant Sims, and give me a 200-meter sweep of the area.
Yes, sir. Heading out.
Lieutenant Cook, I want you to search for the communication station. Scan the buildings by pointing at them and pressing your I key. The information box on the right side of your HUD will tell you when you found it. I'm going to check the...
Already found it, by the way. Move inside the base, look for communication station, scan buildings. Yeah, I
Good job, Cook.
already found it.
That's the one.
You know, strangely enough, the communication station is the one with the giant radar dish on the top.
Inside that station, Cook. Go inside the structure and check it out.
So, there we go. We've abandoned our vehicle. We have a basic pulse rifle with us. Now, I think, if memory serves, there are a couple of things in here. Ah, there's a...
Commander, there's a man in here. An ISDF officer.
An officer? Is he alive?
Only if you call this living. It's about time you boys got here. Who am I speaking with?
This is Commander Shabayev of the 2nd Fleet Orange Squad.
You can see the guns mounted either side of the cockpit, which is nice.
I've got an unknown number of hostiles crawling all over this rock. Is your ship-to-shore uplink operational? I need to talk to Braddock.
Not right now. Something is interfering with our communications.
Then they already know you're here, ma'am. You better call for any squad support that can hear you.
Commander Shabayev, come in. I've got an unidentified radar contact in my area.
Time to get out.
Copy that, Lieutenant. Cook, get back to your ship. Stay here for now, Major. I'll be back for you. All right, Cook. Follow me.
Aye, aye, Shabayev. On my way. Wait for me, Shabayev. We're going to go and help Sims.
I've got a visual.
I'm going to roll onto fire and forgets.
I'm engaging targets.
I've got him on radar. I'll paint you a target when we're in range. Stand by to engage.
Fire and forgets away! And the fire and forgets have quite a lot of range. Not quite that much range, though.
What the hell were those things? They came out of nowhere.
Sims managed it by himself
We've
that
got
time, although he's on half
company out
HP.
here. Let's get back to that outpost.
Okay, so Sims managed that by himself. Neither me nor Shabayev got in there before he managed to... By the way, this is on normal difficulty. This isn't easy. He just managed to do that by himself. We do have a upgrade pod.
Radar contact near the outpost.
There we go.
Cook, intercepted. You can target it yourself with your T key.
Ah, we've got scouts. Okay. So these are enemy scouts. They have their own kind of dumb rocket launchers. Let's grab some ammo and some armor.
This is Red Squad. We are under attack. Request assistance.
Hey, Sandro. Welcome to the stream, Sandros.
Copy,
How you
Red
doing?
One. Cook, rendezvous with me immediately.
Let's go grab Commander
Copy, Red
Shabayev.
One. This is Squad Orange. Can you transmit your location? Got it, Red One. On our way.
Okay, so Red One's over in this direction. That's fine.
Commander.
All right, Lieutenant Sims, stay here. Lieutenant.
Hey,
Cook,
Karumi.
follow me.
How are you and Sandro doing today? Okay, so we're going to go and save Red 1. Again, fire and forget missiles. Easily the better thing we have at the moment. We're at full health, full ammunition. I'm alright, dude. I'm alright.
This area is too hot. I'm going to have to stay here with Sims and the Major. You're going to have to assist those men. Hey, watch your firing!
Good shooting, Cook. You saved my ass out there. I've located a service truck, but lost it in a crater to the south when things got hot.
Okay, so
Better try to
again,
get to him.
tutorial
Shaking
mission.
out pretty bad.
Tutorial mission. We're going to go and save the service truck. The service truck is what we use to build and repair structures. Need to remember how to change my camera. It doesn't actually give you the camera controls.
Thank God. Get me out of here. This place is crawling with I don't know what, but it ain't friendly.
The lieutenant will get you out of there, but you must head for my coordinates to the west. Do you copy?
Roger, I'm moving.
Come on then, service truck.
Lieutenant Cook,
Ooh,
escort that
pancakes.
vehicle to my position. Stay with him.
Let's switch over to miniguns for now. Keep an eye on our
I'm
mini-map.
picking up 2 more hostiles on an intercept course, Cook. Hold them off. I'm on my way to you.
Where are they? I don't see them on my mini-map, but we do have radar pulses, so things will only appear now and again. Oh. Incoming. Oh, sentry. Enemy sentries have basically miniguns, but the alien equivalent of miniguns. Ooh, there's a lot of them. And again, you can actually use enemies to shield yourself from other enemies. So you can actually use enemies as barricades. I've also just been on an anime binge and been knocking out shows left and right. Ooh, what have you been watching on anime binge? Right, let's just go and grab a little bit of HP and a little bit of ammunition.
Well done, Lieutenant Cook. The service truck has reached the base safely.
Blow open the fence. And there we go. That's the end of our first mission. Congratulations on successfully rescuing Major Manson. His debriefing indicates that Cerberus Base was attacked suddenly by an element of the same alien forces you encountered. Though Manson and his squad may have expected some enemy resistance, they were not prepared for such size and force. ISDF investigation unit has been dispatched to try and determine the source of the radio interference problem. It looks like the enemy has some sort of ability to wreak havoc on ISDF communications and radar. The enemy forces have currently been held off, but not pushed back. We must stabilise the situation as soon as possible. Braddock has ordered your unit to return to Cerberus Base, operational condition as quickly as possible. Also been, anime binge. Hey, thank you very much, Sandro. So, this is our sort of thing. Crafts built 1. That was my craft. Crafts destroyed 8. Enemy unit team, craft built 9. Craft lost 10. And Team 3, Red Squad, craft built 5, craft lost 1, craft destroyed 2. So that was the ally team. Locate main ISDF base, stay with Shabayev, follow her orders. So again, Pluto again, so same basic information. So now we have the ISDF constructor, which is used to build the buildings. And the enemy Scion Scout has been scanned. So we know that it comes with a cannon, it comes with 1 special, and it comes with a shield module. Now, we can steal these things. If we get out with a sniper rifle, we can actually blow the pilots out of the cockpits. We can blow the still cockpit open, kill the enemy pilot, and actually steal these vehicles, which is great.
General Braddock, this is Commander Shabayev reporting for duty. I filed a request that full information about the Cerberus base be made available to the field commanders. The intelligence reports we've received haven't been up to regulation, and I'm sure you can understand my desire to use the best knowledge available in order to keep my men safe and secure from this unknown enemy.
This is General Braddock, filing report A04 for Ambassador Cossier. Our investigation into Cerberus Base will continue as soon as I've established clear contact with Major Manson and we've had time to confer. Over and out.
Okay, so the kind of the trick with the aliens, our vehicles tend to be heavier, they tend to be tougher, they tend to have better weapons. The aliens have the ability to transform their vehicles between one mode and another. The Scout can go between combat mode, in which it's got reasonable armor and high damage, and Scout mode, in which these little fins open out and it travels a lot faster. The turret mode can go from turret mode, in which case it moves around slow, or go from vehicle mode, in which case it moves around slowly, to turret mode, in which case it shoots powerful guns and sits in one place, can't move. So these things transform.
So now we know what we're fighting. Monsters. But did Manson know? Or the rest of those men on the Cerberus base? Did they even know what hit them? If I'd joined up just a few years earlier, that could have been me. Trying to hold down an outpost on Pluto against an army we're not equipped to fight. I've seen those telegrams go out to the families of the men that were killed. They don't explain anything. Your son died for the cause. But whose cause? The ISDF's? Braddock's? Maybe the Cerberus base will hold the answers.
Okay, Lieutenant. Follow me.
Aye, aye, Commander Shabayev. So, we've just got our pulse rifle for now. It's a basic pulse rifle. It's not brilliant, but we do have unlimited ammo. And our ammo will slowly recharge. We are on foot. We do have a jump mode. Where is my jump? E is my jump, yes. So we have jump. I should really map that to spacebar. So Commander Shabayev's grabbing that one. I'll grab this one.
We'll take the service truck with us. You'll need to have the service truck follow you. To give orders to the service truck, first open up its command menu by pressing the F1 key. Or by... Good. The service truck's...
Right behind you.
Good. Now let's go. Follow me.
Blue Exorcist, excellent. Life,
Hold up
Outbreak
here a moment,
Company.
Lieutenant. Sometimes
Never
you need
watched
to wait for slower
Show in
vehicles,
Sample.
like a service truck.
Never watched Show in Sample.
Okay, you've got it. Follow me. I'm picking up another radar contact just over that hill.
Bye, Sandros.
Stick
Thank you very much
close.
for popping in. So now we've got a command menu for a service truck. The service truck isn't a builder,
What
it's
the
just
hell
a
is
general
that?
repair thing. That is a mech. And it's not going to get out of here. This thing is the enemy's version of a constructor. And you can see that it's now building a building. I don't want it to build that building, so I'm going to level as much damage into it as fast as possible.
Destroy that object. It's interfering with our communication. That's what was jamming our transmission. I'm picking up 2 more hostiles moving to intercept. Make sure you defend that service truck. Good job, Lieutenant.
That thing is
There's a hand
technically
with another one.
that is technically invulnerable at the moment. Okay. Leave my
Nice
service
job,
truck
Lieutenant.
alone.
Rendezvous with me immediately.
And the service truck is basically, as you'd expect, a little repair droid.
I'm ordering the service truck to repair me. Hang on, this will only take a second.
Come on, die, damn you.
While the service truck is servicing me, you can repair and rearm yourself by moving in close to it.
Hey, service truck, give me a little bit of HP and ammo, please. Thank you very much.
Ready to go? Good. I want to track down that other vehicle that got away.
Ah, that's why they won't let
Okay,
me kill
you've
it.
got it. Follow me.
Right behind you.
It's getting away. Follow it. What is that thing?
It's a constructor. We saw it build a building. We watched it build a building. We have constructors on our side of the war. Like, you know what constructors are. Like, it's exactly the same as one of our constructors. I mean, it's even bipedal, like our constructors are. Commander Shabayev, I'm starting to be concerned that you're not the brightest cookie in the drawer. Starting to have mild concerns about Commander Shabayev's intelligence. Oh, can I kill it now?
Whatever that was, it's dead now. Let's get going. Follow me.
Thank you, service truck. Later on in the game, the enemy actually becomes quite intelligent about tracking down service trucks.
There's one left. Make sure it doesn't get the service truck.
There shouldn't be any left. I think we killed them all. Didn't we?
Nice job, Lieutenant. Rendezvous with me immediately.
It's backwards and the thing looks like it has arms. Yeah, I can see
I'm
that.
going to have a word or two with Recon when we get back. This place is hotter than hell. Let's press on to the main base.
So here we have
If they move on after the
mining
runaway
trucks,
builder, they
but
will
they've been
eventually
destroyed.
find it trying to make an escape.
And here we have a constructor that has been badly damaged. So, come over here, service truck. We need you to come and repair the constructor.
Scavengers. These guys didn't have a chance. The main base has got to be close now, so stay tight.
I'm guessing they want us to come back and pick up the constructor later. that constructor is what we use to build buildings.
Okay, let's move inside. Stay sharp.
Aye, aye, Shabayev. You lead the way. Fire and forget missiles active. We've got a relay bunker.
Those aliens hit this place hard. Power's completely offline. Watch that crossfire. We've
That's
got company.
one problem with
Open
fire and forget missiles.
This place is
The AI is not
fine.
the smartest in the
We've
world.
got to get power online to this base now. I have an idea. Follow me, Lieutenant.
Are we going to go
On
back
my
to the
way.
constructor? Yeah, we're going to go back to the constructor. So, when we get to a later point in this game, we'll be able to use...
Right behind you.
we will be able to use those buildings to do things. You can actually use the buildings to drop ammunition pods, weapon pods. Because, like, you can get all sorts of things. Not just miniguns, you can get shotguns, rifles, missiles, all sorts of things. So Commander Shabayev is now inside
It's been a while
that.
since I piloted one of these. I'm going to walk this thing back to the base, and when I get there, I'm going to try to build a power plant. I need you to cover me on the way.
Okay, but I'm going to steal your scout because this is the Commander's scout, so screw you. I now have your scout. That one's transforming into a better enemy. No, you don't. You see how they turn into that grey metal for a second? That's them transforming into a different vehicle. Can I give you an anime movie recommendation? Recommend away, dude. And you don't just pilot vehicles, you can actually take control of gun towers later on.
Right behind you.
Come on, service truck. Service truck. Ah, I can't give it a nav point yet.
Right behind you.
Nav point. Service truck. Go to nav point. Go to
Yes.
nav point 1. So the service truck will come over here now. So I don't have to have it wandering around after me the whole time, which is more useful. So she's going to build some power source. Oh, hello. You snuck up on me. That's okay.
Okay, stand by. I'm starting the building procedure.
And there we go. There is a building construction. There we go. We have an active power
Power's
plant.
back online, boys. Good work.
Loop. Loop. I like the way it turns the lights on all over the map when you activate power to the base. Because, of course, all the lights on the planet are kind of... all the lights in the local area of the planet are linked into the base. Of course they would be. It makes sense. With power restored, Cerberus base is close to operational. We have some more work and more reliable protection. It could be fully workable base, able to house a second fleet during the battle to push the aliens on Pluto and back to wherever they came from. As from now, the enemy has appeared to retreat to the east. You should watch A Silent Voice. I watched it a month ago and oh my god, it's pretty good. Deals with a lot of life concepts and how people can change. Really touched me deeply. Open Notepad. Add A Silent Voice anime to Notepad. Close Notepad, or sort of shift click off Notepad. So, more tech info. We now have the ISDF tank. It has a cannon and double gun points. It also has a mortar point. Now, the mortars in this game, some of the mortars in this game can be absolutely devastating. The basic mortar, not great, but some of the mortars in this game are absolutely amazing. We also have the ISDF armory. Armory building, cost 60, armor high, 5,000 hit points, power usage 1, requirements factory, building restrictions, adjacency. Weapon manufacturing and field delivery structure. Using this, we can basically fire weapon pods. So, you know we've been seeing the armor and the ammo reload pods. As well as those, you can get weapon pods which replace your main and secondary weapon and your special. Using this armory, we can actually fire those pods out onto the battlefield and we can pick them up in our vehicles. And the Scion Sentry.
This is Braddock.
Yes, Braddock.
Burns? Burns. This is Braddock. I know you're out there. If you have something to say, you know my frequency. I'm not standing down on this one.
So that's our first hint that there's something going on in the background between Braddock and a guy called Burns.
Once we got inside the Cerberus base, I thought my questions would be answered. But each corner I turn only brings more questions. I talked to one of the men in Manson's squad. There's a few of them still alive, recuperating in the medical unit. He wouldn't say much, but I couldn't tell if that was because of the fear in his eyes and the burns on his body, or because he really didn't know. I was always prepared to face the fact that someday I might have to die for my country, but I never imagined that I might have to die for something I knew nothing about. But in the military, orders are orders, and they don't always come with an explanation.
See, just the whole scripting of it is very good.
I want a clean sweep of the area to be sure that this site is secure. Check on the ground in case there are enemy units hiding in the tunnels. I'll search what's left of these buildings.
So we're going to pop underground, see if there's anything around the tunnels. Let's turn our lights on. Burns! Burns! Yeah, like the storyline of this game is actually quite interesting. The controls are pretty good for vehicle this time. Very kind of, the vehicles control very kind of Forsaken-y when it's jet bikes. Nope, nothing over there. So we're going to go back the other way. Yeah, it's very Forsaken style controls as far as this goes.
I'm picking up something in the tunnel to the north of
Oh,
you.
hello.
Check it out. I'm on my way.
No, that's a crate. I don't want the crate going. Oh, you're a transporter. Hey, transporter. Also known as the haulage. Yeah, no.
Cowboy, stop that thing. Don't let it get away with
Trying to, but the problem is it's a rather tough vehicle and I have basic miniguns. Yeah, some of these
it looks like the aliens are
be a little tough.
us as we are in them. What is this? I don't recognize this building. Whatever we were doing out here, it wasn't a small operation. This was no outpost.
Ooh,
this
tank.
was a fully operational base.
Screw you.
Mayday, mayday! This is squad
I want a
1.
tank.
The
Give me a
outpost
tank.
came under heavy fire.
Nice.
We have to evacuate. Can you assist?
Can you transmit
Boom.
your position? Hold your fire there, soldier.
I have a tank. I have a tank.
They're interfering with my...
So I have my basic
Commander, do
cannon,
you copy?
which does have an explosion. I have
Maybe we
miniguns,
can pick them up
and I
with
have a
the
mortar.
satellite feed. Follow me, Lieutenant.
To the satellite bay. There's a couple of crates around here. Ooh. Ooh, we've gone to pummel guns. I like pummel guns. Shotgun, baby! So we managed to find some pummel guns. So there's all sorts of stuff dotted about the map. For instance, I upgraded to a tank just because I spotted the tank. So I knew there was a tank there. So I could upgrade to a tank. I've also managed to find myself some pummel guns.
You can uplink with the satellites in orbit. Good. Now head inside the bunker. Look for the interface terminal. You are now looking at the satellite feed. Scroll over the map until you've located the missing ships.
Ah, they'll be over
Once
here.
you locate them, drop a nav beacon at their location for me to follow. To create a nav beacon in the satellite view, press the N key. Good work, Lieutenant. Stay here and see to it that nothing happens to that power plant. I'll go for those men and try to get back here as soon as I can.
Aye, aye, Commander.
You're a good pilot, Cowboy. Stay alive out here.
So, let's get back to our vehicle. From this angle, it looks like it is a real-time strategy. I can give... this is the start of it, so it's first-person shooter. But later on, you get squadrons,
Lieutenant,
you can build buildings,
General Braddock in
you can,
carrier orbit. We've got a situation on radar.
give commands sort of as you work.
The enemy is trying to confiscate 2 ISDF crates located in a northern hangar at that base. Those crates contain sensitive hardware, Lieutenant. Do not let them fall into the hands of the enemy. This is vitally important. Use any means necessary.
Right behind you.
And you can see that the pummel... This is why I like the pummel. The pummel is... Nowhere near as weak as the other ones. Now, actually, weapons do different amounts of damage in different vehicles. So if I have... not the first one, actually. I think the first one was Evol. I believe the first one was one called Evol.
Right behind you.
Come here, service truck. I kind of need repairs. Service me, please, service truck. I did get kind of badly damaged then. Thank you. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of a repair while we keep an eye on these two. But yeah, this is... It wasn't the first one. The first one I think was Evol. I think the second one was Command & Conquer Renegade. But this one I think was one of the better ones. Battlezone 2. Battlezone Commander 2. And like you can take control of turrets in the base. You can take control of tanks, walkers... You can take control of enemy vehicles. There are several missions where you are just on foot and have to try and survive in enemy territory. It's really interesting. Pretty sure we've kind of managed this quite well. What does the armory have in it as far as mortars go? Just a basic mortar. So I would kind of want a better mortar than this. But this is all I have at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, it's not completely useless. As you can see, like, it's got a decent amount of range. There's an explosion. Hey, doggy man. Yeah, I've not been streaming for a while. I had things to do, and... I don't know, I was getting a little bit annoyed with streaming to a certain extent. Let's head back to the radar and see what's going on. And during certain base defenses, you can just hide in the radar building.
Activated.
If we come over here... Ah, I saw them. We had 2 radar pulses over here. Yep. So we've got things coming in on the north edge of the map. Let's switch over to our pummels. Oh, I'm alright, dude. Ah, I'm being blocked by a hauler. Where's the other hauler going? Over here. Each vehicle does have its own kind of DPS rating for each weapon.
Armory back online, you can make additional weapons for your ship. Your Thunderbolt scout is equipped to hold missiles, and there is probably enough scrap still left in that derelict recycler. Select the armory by pressing the... Now order the armory to build the missile power-up you want. You can then launch the power-up, or have it built on the armory's loading pad.
Incoming! So this game is a real-time strategy first-person shooter. We have to basically complete individual missions. There we go. There's our shadow missiles. We don't actually have missiles in this vehicle, so I can't pick it up. But if I head over to my scout and hop into my scout, I can pick up shadow missiles. So this game is, like most real-time strategies, we have to build a base, defend the base, complete objectives, that sort of thing. So now we have shadow missiles, which are kind of like lock-ons. So rather than firing one missile, we kind of lock on to enemies as we fire them, or to fire them. It's alright. I might go and pick up the other set of pummel guns. Pummel guns aren't ideal, but... Oh no, these aren't pummel guns, these are lasers. Nice! I have lasers. Lasers are long-range snipers. Hey, potato! 107 on a Friday morning, but it was worth it. What on earth are you doing up at 107 on a Friday morning? I see that red mark.
Base under attack. Base under attack.
And then we have those as well, which are ridiculously powerful, but I have very, very few shots. And they require a lot of accuracy. They are pinpoint accuracy weapons. I'm just going to pop back over to my service truck, which is over here, and just get a quick top up. Thank you. Ah, no. So for now, we're just waiting for Commander to bring back things. I'm not doing much but stealing my dad's chair while he's gone for a week. Yay, chair! For me, it's 6:09. It is 4:09 for me. So we're just basically defending the base while we wait for the Commander to come back with the Red Squad. Not sure how long Commander's going to be with the Red Squad. I did give her a decent nav point for it. Most of the buildings have doors that you can go into. Your birthday's in 9 days. Happy birthday, or happy early birthday. Have you got anything special planned for your birthday? Ooh, you have good news. What is your good news, Doggy Man? You can just hop from vehicle to vehicle as well, without ever touching the floor, which is quite good. I quite like the lasers. I like the pummel, but I also like lasers. You have a lamp in your room. That's good. Is it a special lamp? Is it a special kind of lamp, Doggy? Is it a black light lamp? Is your bedsheet glowing, Doggy? Here they come.
Base under attack.
See how they stay in their base form until they have to fight a vehicle and then they switch? God damn that relay bunker.
Base under attack.
Right behind you. On my way.
So I'm bringing the service vehicle over this way. You see that I recharged my ammunition by being on the armory? And you can see that by switching between items, we can get a decent kind of...
I've got the 2 strays and I'm on my way back to you.
Decent kind of swap up in fire rates and things. Okay, so she's coming back to the armory. We'll head over to the armory. But by switching between lasers and shadow missiles, we can actually mix up our fire rates and our weapons, because the fire rates are separate. Energy weapons slowly recharge while you're near bases and things. Hey, Commander Shabayev.
Nice work, cowboy. I knew I could count on you.
Commander Shabayev, this is General Braddock. Hold your position.
He's going to become a problem.
Dropships are en route to that location. Stand by to receive recycler and set up a base of operations.
So we're now going to get into our first sort of bit of base building in the next mission. 2 hours... 1400 hours, Major Manson, Commander Miller, and Lieutenant Sims were returned safely to Cerberus Base by Commander Shabayev. A short time later, a recycler was dropped near Cerberus Base to assist Orange and Red squads. The enemy has retreated amidst heavy casualties. Again, breakdown kind of more so for people who are super interested in that information. We're now going to get a scavenger. A scavenger is a vehicle that drives around but can build itself into a building to mine mineable resources. So the way mining works in this game is there are mineable resources around the map called biometal pools. And what we need to do is we need to take a scavenger to a biometal pool and set it up as a building. Because building distances are kind of limited by power structures and things like that. We also have an ISDF turret. It's our little turret thing. It flies around and then it plonks itself down as a turret.
Lieutenant Cook,
pretty
this
simple.
is General Braddock. Good job with that scion hauler. I like a man who can protect his turf. We can't let those bastards get a hold of our technology or it's all over. This is a war for the future of the universe here, son. And I'll destroy all my men on the line before I let those scions steal what's rightfully ours.
Interesting.
Attention, members of the Scion Collective. This is the Padishah speaking. The Dark Planet. Ultimate Destiny. Our mission will proceed.
Curious. So. Yeah.
Major Manson's safe and sound, and Cerberus Base is back online. I'm not sure what's next. Some of the guys are saying we should just pack up and leave. We weren't supposed to be here in the first place, right? We rescued our soldiers and found out who were fighting. But Braddock's determined to stay. He wants the planet back. And he wants to fight. If defense was this hard, I can't imagine what offense is going to be like.
Defense hasn't been that hard, dude. Defense has been pretty easy.
We've discussed your orders. Rendezvous with Squad Green at Site 2.
Yes, sir. Blue 2 and 3, move out.
Commander, why don't you deploy that recycler and set up a defensive perimeter?
Roger that. Recycler 1, clear the drop. Recycler 1, move into position. Lieutenant Cook, I'm ordering the recycler to deploy. It's the first step towards establishing a base of operations. Your recycler should be into production.
Those things are so loud even though I've turned them down. I've turned them down so much and they're so loud.
Okay, close enough, Recycler 1. Deploy there.
Roger that, Commander.
So this is our recycler, this is our basic base, and you can see that it builds itself up into a structure.
It's a scrap collecting unit. Very important since we require scrap to produce all other units and buildings.
And it builds our basic things. It builds our basic scavengers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and deploy the scavenger over here in the biometric pool.
Building complete.
The scavenger is now under your command, Lieutenant. Let's see if you're ready to handle it. Have it follow you to the scrap pool we passed a few hundred meters to the west. Once you're there, I'll instruct you on how to deploy it.
Yes, sir. Got it covered.
Now all you have to do is point it at the pool and press your spacebar.
Got it covered.
Maybe we should, you know, get rid of the obviously destroyed scavengers around here. Because it kind of looks like this guy's going to be kind of destroyed. Learning droid does whatever learning droid does. Hey, Korthia, welcome to the stream. Just playing a little bit of a remake of an old game. A little bit of a remake of Battlezone 2. Which they have, strangely enough, called Battlezone Combat Commander. Which is really weird.
The new segment indicates that you have deployed the scavenger successfully. Not bad, Lieutenant. You're a quick learner. Or maybe I'm a good teacher.
So there we go. Now it's put down its mine, and we're going to be mining up resources. In the meanwhile, we have enemies coming in.
We've got more of them again. Hold them off, Cook. Don't let them get to the scavenger while I build some support units.
Easy peasy. Pop back if you're still on later, but let me know if you do watch a silent voice. Okie dokie, Karumi, will do. Thank you very much for popping into the stream, Karumi. Much appreciated. And you can see there's liquid metal on the floor. We can pick this up with a scavenger later on, so scavengers can actually go around picking up that liquid metal. This is kind of like free resources dropped by the enemy.
A turret is on the way, cowboy. Deploy it near the scavenger for support.
Got your 6. You're the boss. You're the boss.
Got your 6. You're the boss. And we can just kick people out of vehicles as well, which is quite funny. I know I wasn't here long, but gotta go or else I'll be in trouble. No worries, Potato. Enjoy your birthday in a few days and enjoy the chocolate binge.
Turrets will automatically deploy wherever you order them to go.
So there we go. Turret mode active. It's got its 2 little guns. It's got its little turret mode. It's sitting on the floor. It'll rotate, shoot things. Standard turret behavior. I have deployed it. Game.
You're the boss.
Do I have to move it so that it will deploy? Because... there we go. Let's switch over to our mortar. Let's get a few mortars out there.
Base under attack.
Easy peasy. You okay, dude?
General Bratt,
Yeah, his health is fine.
Heavy casualties. The back door is open, General. Please advise, sir.
Carry on to the corral, Major. I'll have to improvise. Orange Squad, rendezvous with your recycler now.
Yep. On my way. Let's jump over the wall. Oh, how's that for a shortcut? Clip the edge of the wall.
Commander Shabayev, leave the lieutenant and rendezvous with Blue Squad in Sector 12.
This area is not secured, sir. According to regulations...
Drop me a service pod, please.
Building.
I am aware of that, Commander. You heard my orders.
Yoink, thank you for the service pod. Full health.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, I'm placing that recycler into a production loop. It will continue to build turrets as funds come. Keep a defensive perimeter around it and that scavenger in the field. Don't allow anything to happen to them, and stand by for further orders.
Building. Building complete.
You're the boss.
So now we just got to wait for a sequence of 40 minerals.
Deploying.
And when we get 40 minerals together, we can then use that 40 minerals to build up another turret. We can drop the turrets down. They're going to cycle. Standard real-time strategy mechanics. Corthier is indeed the boss. Standard real-time strategy mechanics in that they will attack and attack and attack until the mission's over.
Building complete.
Thank you for the repair. I really would like a tank. I think there is a tank somewhere over in that direction that we can go and grab, but I need enough turrets ready. So another 2 points of biometal. We can drop down another turret over here.
Building.
There we go. So once F3 is finished, we can move F3 over here, and we can actually combine F3 into F1 and make them into a combined defensive unit. So we can combine the two together. F3, come over here.
You're the boss.
F3, F1, and then we want to... there we go, make F3 into F1. There we go, so now F3 or F1 consists of 2 different turrets that are both going to be over here defending that recycler, which is good. Does our armory have the ability to produce anything new? Miniguns, no. Does our army have the ability to produce any specials? Solar Flare, Red Field. Ooh.
Deploying.
Can I have a Solar Flare, please? So our armory is going to make us a Solar Flare and pop it out. Solar Flare is a special. And there it is. Anything that runs over the top of it takes pretty heavy damage. The one thing I would say for the early missions of this game, it's quite passive. Like most real-time strategies, the early missions are quite slow and steady. Nothing too crazy. Later on, when you get to the later levels, it gets a little bit more batty, as most real-time strategies did. That said, you can use one enemy vehicle to kind of hide from others.
Building. Building complete.
Recycler, make me a service pod, please. F3, I want you over here with F2. Over here, and F3 and F2 can become F2. Service pod, and that'll give us full HP. Actually, no, it won't give us full HP. Okay, let's make another service pod.
Deploying.
Keeping ourselves healthy is one of the more important things at this point in the game. It would be nice if we could bring this gun tower online, because the gun tower is a ridiculously powerful plasma cannon, and we can just use the gun tower's plasma cannons to do things, but for now we're in defensive mode.
Base under.
Whoa! Hello! Someone is attacking my armory. That was unexpected.
Base under attack.
F2. Come over here, please. You sneaky little sod. You sneaky little buggers. You snuck round under my tunnel system.
Building.
And there's more of them over there as well. Sneaking around this way. Don't think I don't see you.
Complete. You're the boss.
Set yourself up.
Gladly.
No, F3, set yourself up here.
You're the boss.
We've got a scout there.
Deploying.
Base under attack.
So now comes the point where they're attacking from multiple different angles, and I have to try and figure out where is the best place to defend.
Attack.
Oh, and they're attacking ours. This is our extractor as well. Come on, there's 2 turrets out there, guys. Come on, turrets.
Base under
Seriously,
attack.
how are you losing? Wow, guys. That was pathetic.
Shepherds are in place, sir.
All right, Lieutenant. Move to the armory. There's a special power up there. You better pick it up, because you're going to need it for this mission.
You're the boss.
Right, you guys defend that location. Oh, we're going to get the sniper. Nice. We're going to get a tracer sniper as well. So, sniper rifle with tracer rounds. Nice.
Lieutenant Cook, you're going to have to get out of your ship to get that power up. You've just picked up a modified sniper rifle. I'll explain why later. I've placed a nav beacon at a communication bunker several hundred meters northwest of your current location. Move to that bunker now, Lieutenant, and quickly.
Right, so we're now going to hide in the relay bunker, and we're going to snipe someone with a nav beacon. I'd like to grab some lasers, or possibly one of the scatter mortars for this vehicle, but at the moment we've just got basic shiz. Now, enemies do tend to ignore a lot of vehicles that are unmanned, apart from constructors and service bots. So low HP vehicles can be saved if you just kind of leave them to it. It's actually very subtle. I like the way in the... Basically, this is a training mission teaching you to build vehicles and things. When you don't have to build vehicles, it keeps your metal too small.
Get inside that bunker now, Lieutenant. Move!
Right, we're going to hide inside the bunker.
You've just become the key part of this little operation. The sniper rifle you picked up has been modified to fire a tracer round. It plants a bug, not a bullet. Green and blue squads have cut off the enemy's lines of retreat and are forcing them through your location any second now. When the enemy moves through, fire a single tracer into one of their craft. Fire it into their canopy to disable the occupant of the craft. Get ready, Lieutenant. You only have a small window of opportunity. Make your shot count.
Would have been helpful if you told me which of the cardinal directions they're coming from, dude. Like north, south, west. Where am I looking?
Satellite
They're
activated.
approaching the target area.
Base under attack.
Nice shot, son. Get to your ship before they take out that bunker. Target has been hit. All forces move in.
Ammo depleted. Base under attack.
No, give me my vehicle back.
Base under attack.
So we've taken out the pilot in one of the vehicles. We can actually get into that sentry now because it's got no pilot in it.
They're moving, General, just as you planned.
Ah, there's the triggered vehicle.
Excellent. Stay with them, Cook. But be sure not to hit that tagged ship.
Ooh, I'm on low HP. And I can't get a service pod launched to me because my artillery doesn't have that ability yet. I just love that that's part of the maps as well. Bits that fall over when you drive on them. Oh
They've
shit!
reached their retreat vessel, General. You should be picking up the tracer on radar now.
I've got it, Major. Get your units to the dust-off site. We're going after them.
And now it opens into, like most real-time strategies, we get access to more vehicles, we get access to more of the base building. Later on missions, this game becomes hectic as hell because you're fighting on the front line, you're trying to defend a base, you're trying to defend your extractors, you're trying to build vehicles, you're trying to arm vehicles with the right weapons. It becomes a bit crazy. And you can actually play this almost entirely as a real-time strategy. You can basically spend a lot of your time in the relay command and in the construction buildings, just giving commands to vehicles on the main map via nav points and control groups. So you can actually play this very much like a real-time strategy, although that makes it a lot harder. Motorbikes. They have one mortar point, and that is all. These things are pretty much useless. Except for long-range shelling, up until you get something like the scatter mortar. Even for long-range shelling, the damage they do is very minimal.
I'm relieved to hear that Lieutenant Cook survived, General. But you can understand my reticence to abandon a man on a base like that. Blue Squad was not in need of my assistance, and the sector between the base and their location was crawling with scions. I defer to your judgment, sir. But I will be filing a report as is standard.
Very threatening.
Manson, this is Braddock. We're coming in on the Dark Planet now.
This is
I'm going
Braddock.
to need you to take care of that operation we discussed. It's just too hot with all these intelligence officers running around. I don't like the paper trail this whole mission is generating, so let's get that quarry out of here before some kid in recon can file a report on it.
Ooh, so General Braddock is hiding something from the higher-ups. He's got something that he wants to get out and away from the planet until someone from intelligence notices.
Second Fleet, this is your General speaking. We are proceeding to the Dark Planet and will be landing shortly. Major Manson will lead the landing party. First priority is to set up a base of operations and we'll take it from there. Over and out.
Okay, so this is going to be the base setup mission. This is going to be the base setup mission. And
I'd never even known this place existed before.
Oh yeah, we have him.
And here I was on a ship heading down to land on it. It doesn't look like the Earth does from space. The big blue marble you always see in pictures. This one's almost black. You can barely tell where space ends and the planet begins. Even the satellites have a hard time picking it up. As if it's not really there.
You're a few hundred meters off target, Commander, but go ahead and set up there. There's no enemy contact yet, but this atmosphere is wreaking havoc on our instruments. Send out shallow patrols to secure the area. Once a perimeter's been established, we'll start collecting resources.
Standard real-time strategy map stuff. We have a base that's pretty well defended from the back, because we have walls the enemy can't get over. We've got a resource point inside our base. We've got 2 entrances to the base. It's all pretty standard real-time strategy stuff, but done from this first-person perspective, which is quite nice. Do you mind not ramming me, Commander Shabayev?
Cook, defend the perimeter while I set up this base.
Locking in course.
So I still have my solar flare from last mission. It's one of the nice things about this game is it does tend to remember some things, not everything, but some things from mission to mission. So it knows that I have the solar flare. I like the solar flare. We've got another biometal pool over here, I think, by the looks of the map. Oh no, we've just got these alien pods, these alien things. And we do have another biometal pool. Yes, we have a biometal pool over in this corner, which is like our second resource. It is at one of the entrances to the base, so this is an area that can be attacked. But for the most part, we're fine. We've got 3 units of power because we have a decent power plant. Commander Shabayev is setting up the base, setting up power plant. Kind of a way of kind of seeing what you have to do when you're at start. You build your recycler, you build your biometal pool, your extractor, you build a power generator. All standard stuff. Can we get a turret going, please? Thank you. I can give it orders to make a turret. So basically, I'm just going to pop a turret down over here so that we have some basic defense.
Building complete.
You're the boss.
Come over here.
You're the boss.
Enemy sentries, not too bad. The warriors are basically the equivalent of our tanks, and they're pretty dang tough. As you can see, like, they take a lot of shooting to get rid of. And our turret is under attack by a sentry. They're having a little war of the...
Deploying.
Finally managed to deploy itself while getting shot. We can make another scavenger, which could pick up some of the resources that the enemy are dropping as we kill them, but not massively necessary right now. So she's built 2 power plants. We have 6 power spare. She'll get something else on the go momentarily, I am sure. Pretty sure that is a death drop, if memory serves. Which is a little bit evil of them. Oh, hello, Scout. You came in through the other side. Sentry. And the enemy do run away when you start shooting them. Until they realise there's no help coming.
Defensive unit
I can't
lost.
get away.
I just ran straight into a mine. I just ran into a mine. Wow.
I'd never even known this place existed.
Let's try that one again, because I ran into a mine
Here I
that
was
time.
on a ship heading down to land on it.
That's what the solar
Doesn't
flare
look
does
like
for
the
me,
Earth
by
does
the
from
way.
space.
If I start getting
Big
chased, I
blue
can
marble
drop a
you always see
mine
in
and they
pictures.
will
This one's
explode.
almost
But
black.
yeah,
You can
wow.
barely tell where space ends and the planet begins.
That mine insta-gibbed me. See if they spawned in yet. So we'll get this building, we'll get everything building. Commander Shabayev will take control of the constructor, build the basic power plants again.
Cook, defend the perimeter while I set up this base.
Locking in course.
Unfortunately, the solar flare is just kind of immediate. But it does a hell of a lot of damage.
Building.
Let's grab a supply pod. Thank you for the supply pod. It's actually, strangely enough, it doesn't tell you you can build supply pods, and it doesn't really tell you what supply pods do. And it's one of the things that make the early missions of this game much, much easier. It makes that possible. If you play this game on hard and you don't know about the supply pods, the early missions of this game are nigh on impossible to complete. Nope, no enemies spawned yet. We're up to 3 power. That's not too bad. I mean, we have enough materials to build things much quicker than she's building them, but... Come on. Spend the Wait, do we have separate resource pools? Because that didn't cost any of my resources. We have separate resource pools. Give me a turret, please.
Building complete.
You're the boss.
That works. Turret can stay there and defend for now.
Deploying.
I don't know if I still have my sniper rifle, actually. Do not kill Commander Shabayev. And yes, they can also eject from their ships.
Building.
Commander Shabayev, there's a service pod over here that you might want to go and pick up.
Building complete.
Because you're extremely low on health. No? Don't want to pick up the service pod? Fine.
You're the boss.
Let's put a turret down so that it can distract from... Oh, hello. Oh, we're being attacked from all over the place. Commander Shabayev is probably going to die. Yeah, Commander Shabayev died. How do I keep Commander Shabayev alive, then? Because...
I'd never even known this place existed.
Hey, Kapu. Welcome to the stream. It's been a long time since I've done these missions. How are you doing, Kapu? Are you doing well? This mission's a little bit more difficult than... And then again, I am... Oh, hello! Okay, so it just robbed me of half my HP while I was in a... That has an ISDF solar flare. Interesting.
Cook, defend the perimeter while I set up this base.
Locking in course.
Building.
Can I have a service pod, please? Thank you very much.
Building complete.
Yoink. And another service pod, please.
Building complete.
So let's go over here because we know that our next group is going to come from this way. We've got our power plant up, which I think is the stimulant for the next group to spawn in. Come on, enemy. I know you're coming. Spawn in already. Ah, there we go. Chase me.
Base under attack.
Commander Shabayev should be able to deal with that one. It's just a sentry on its own.
Base under attack.
Seriously, does Commander Shabayev not have the ability to defend against this?
Base under attack.
Building.
Warning. Damage critical.
Building complete.
Warning. Damage critical.
God damn it, Shabayev. Let me control the blinking constructor. I'd have turrets up by now.
Base under attack.
I would have turrets up by now, god damn it. Ooh, gun turret. Lovely.
Base under attack.
No, no, let me through. I need to get to the gun turret to take control of the gun turret, because the gun turret's fucking useless without me. Well, not fucking useless, but pretty useless.
Base under attack. Base under attack.
So at least now I have a turret, which is a reasonably effective place to defend the base from. She finally managed to get a plasma turret up. So we've got 4 power left, we've got a recycler, we've got a relay bunker. It's interesting that the vision of the recycler rotates as well.
Attack.
Where are you? There you are.
Base under attack. Base under attack.
There's a scrap pool. I'll make it with a nav beacon. Build a scavenger cook and send it to that scrap pool to start collecting. I can't see past my canopy out here, Cook. I'm putting you in charge of the resource collection. I'm going to return to the recycler and start guarding the base. Be careful out here, Lieutenant.
Building. Building complete. Yes, sir.
Can I have a scout, please? So that I actually have something to pilot. Come on. One more resource.
Building.
Scout, please. Oh, I do actually have my sniper rifle still. Nice. Come on, finish building it, please.
Building complete. Engaging thrusters.
Offensive unit lost.
God damn it, that is not what I wanted to do.
Building.
I want you to jump out so that I can take command of it. And I've completely forgotten what the controls for that are.
Lead the way.
Learning controls with droid. How do I get you to give me your vehicle?
Engaging thrusters.
Ah, 5. Pick me up. There we go. Off you go. Thank you. F1. Follow me.
Lead the way.
I've got FNAFs, which is fine. F1. Deploy to biometal pool. Number 1. Make me a turret.
Building.
boss. You're the boss.
You're the boss. You're the boss. Hey, Scavenger. So Scavenger will drop down on the biometal pool, then we'll have to start building up an army to go and take over the enemy stronghold on this map. Standard real-time strategy stuff.
Good work, Lieutenant.
Real-time strategy stuff is very slow comparative to a lot of real-time strategy stuff in this game because, of course, the controls for the first-person shooter mechanics.
Deploying.
Warning. Damage critical.
You're the boss.
Building.
Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk.
Building complete.
You're the boss. You're the boss.
I'm actually going to pop out on foot and I'm going to see
Deploying.
if I can get a sniper shot on one of these guys down here. So there's a guy down over in this direction. So let's see if we can get ourselves into a position to snipe this guy. This was one of my favourite parts of the mission, was taking enemy vessels off them. So what are you? You're a sentry, okay. Nope, I need to be close to the edge. And...
Ammo depleted.
Hey, Amalate, welcome to the stream. So there we go. We now have a sentry, and if we jump in it, we can actually take it back to base. And we have ion guns and seeker mines.
You're the boss.
So now we actually have a sentry. Now if we had a barracks, we could send a soldier out to take over that vessel. So if you have a barracks ready, then you can actually have sort of send soldiers out to take over your vessels.
Deploying.
So that's our seeker mine deployed. So we can deploy seeker mines now. So that's a weapon that we don't normally have access to. And seeker mines are pretty powerful. Ooh, hello. This is an awful lot of turrets that have not activated. I wonder. Can I see your cockpits from here?
Ammo depleted.
I can. So I can actually take these guys out. And this is one of the things I liked about this. This was real-time strategy, but real-time strategy with a...
Ammo depleted.
First-person shooter edge. So I can actually recharge my sniper rifle and take out another one of these. So we can take out 2 of the turrets.
Deploying.
Now again, if we had a barracks, which I would build if I was commander, but
Ammo
I'm not.
depleted.
If we had a barracks, then I could use the barracks to send people out to take over these turrets for me. But I don't have a barracks, so instead we're going to do this the old-fashioned way, which is we're going to shoot the hell out of them.
Warning. Damage critical.
That didn't work particularly well. These guys are a lot tougher than I remember them being. Luckily, because we've boosted out, we've ejected, we can land down here. I can get my recycler building some more turrets.
Building.
Now compare that fight in which I got destroyed by multiple enemy turrets
Building complete.
with the fact that I can literally just wipe out. So that one's out, That one's dead. So we've got 1, 2, 3 turrets left. Which isn't going to be actually that difficult to deal with when we are snipers. Now later on in the game, these guys will start hunting down snipers. The AI is programmed to be quite passive early game.
Ammo depleted.
But if we had a barracks, we could have 6 enemy turrets and just sort of take them off the enemy and use them ourselves, which would be really cool if we could just like have loads and loads of enemy turrets just to ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down into this turret here and see if I can take on that turret there. So down we go. That's our jet booster, by the way, that allows us to do that. So what we want to do is we want to aim here. Land on this Guardian. We're quite stealthy. And then open fire.
Warning. Damage critical.
And now it's kind of like, ah, that one was a traitor. We have destroyed the traitor. And it's like, yeah, you destroyed the traitor. Problem is there's 6 more traitors. Oh, hello. Oh, shiz. Oh, shiz.
Warning. Damage critical.
Poop! He got into it first. So when you destroy enemy vehicles, sometimes the enemy jumps out. The enemy actually got into that vehicle before I did. Ouch. Wow, you perished on the battlefield. So, we've been playing this for a couple of hours now. I think that gives you an idea of what this game is. This game is very much a entertaining little first-person shooter tactics hybrid. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all in another stream. Bye-zy-bye, everybody.